The ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Lock's going to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. An inside run with Lynch. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Lockett for the Seattle first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. DJ Jones with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Well, they were trying to set up a screen there, but that one... A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Throwing on first down is Lock. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They go up the middle with Lynch. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 128 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. On 2nd and 2, Lock. He's got his big tight end, Fant. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Lynch up the middle. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. But you know, partner, we talked to this young man earlier in the week, and he went on and on about how his experience backing up Derrick Henry the last 4 years really put him in the position he's in now as the starter.
Well, that makes sense because for 4 years, he was in the room with arguably the best running back in the league. And the one thing he said he took from his time backing up Henry,
is that he noticed that Derek got stronger as the season went on. He marveled about his conditioning and how he took such great care of his body despite such a huge workload. He spoke pretty candidly about how he expects to make that same kind of impact now that he's the every down back.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
they'll try the middle with Lynch. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Block off of play action. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
that was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd? And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass.
But the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. They'll try and wind down some clock with Lynch. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 167 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down.
Yeah, that's a good run right there, and that's why they brought him in as a free agent. He's in his 5th year, but he'll tell anyone he's been underutilized to this point in his career. So they're certainly hoping they can coax a big year out of him. Off to a nice start.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Following the penalty, Lynch. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Up the middle, it's Lynch. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
47 the mic, boy, 47. Check, 47. Come on.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for the Seahawks, you can't ask for a better start as they